New DJI Avata drone firmware brings 10-bit colors remote ID. DJI has released a substantial new firmware update for the Avata FPV drone. The revised software package comes with a bunch of improvements that give pilots more creative control over the videos captured with the indoor-friendly FPV drone. The latest update brings the Avata aircraft firmware version up to 01.02.0000 and the remote controller firmware to version 02.00.0400. The motion controller firmware can now be brought up to version 02.00.0500, while the DJI Goggles 2 gets updated to version 01.03.0000 and the DJI FPV Goggles V2 to version 01.05.0000. What's new in DJI Avata's December firmware update? To begin with, DJI has improved the drone's D-Cinelike color profile to 10-bit, which means creators now have more possibilities for post-processing. Further, the tech giant has added support for several new frame rates, including 4K 30 FPS, 2.7K 30 FPS, and 1080p in 30 FPS. If you're using Avata with the DJI Goggles 2, you'll also be able to record in 2.7K at 120 FPS and 1080p in 120 FPS. You also get to decide your own sharpness and noise reduction parameters now. Simply add to Settings, Camera, Advanced Camera Settings in the Goggles menu to set the parameters. The next significant change comes in the form of optimization done to the manual flying mode. Avata now has the ability to detect abnormal altitude and brake automatically when turning sharply at high speed with an altitude of more than 5 meters in manual mode. In addition, the video transmission fluency in broadcast mode when you broadcast your video to other people with the DJI FPV goggles has been optimized. After updating the Avata drone to the latest firmware, you will also be able to transfer data from the aircraft storage to the micro SD card. Go to Settings, Camera in the Goggles menu to use this function. And finally, you can now cancel the countdown for low battery RTH by pressing the brake button. DJI Avata drone gets remote ID. Another thing to know about the new firmware for Avata is that it adds support for the remote ID requirements in the US. Drone users following our article on the FAA remote ID law would know that the enforcement for the newly sold aircraft kicks in on December the 16th of 2022. So it's not really like DJI had a choice in the matter. But as a pilot, what this update essentially means is that you'll be required to have your phone plugged into the FPV goggles using the USB-C cable during flights so that the aircraft can obtain the GPS information needed to comply with the remote ID requirements.